Hello everyone, today we're going to dive into why you should play Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, so get ready for an epic review. I personally played the game a few months ago for the first time, and recently I decided to replay it again, considering the fact that Hellblade 2 is coming out soon. So I want to share my thoughts on it and see if you guys agree or disagree. So let's start with what exactly the game is. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is a groundbreaking video game developed by Ninja Theory, renowned for its innovative approach to storytelling and its powerful portrayal of mental health issues. In fact, to represent psychosis properly, developers actually worked closely with neuroscientists, mental health specialists, and people suffering from the condition. I think that's just really cool and dedicated to the cause. Released in 2017, the game follows the journey of Senua, a Celtic warrior known as a Pict haunted by psychosis, as she embarks on a quest through Helheim, which is an afterlife location in Norse mythology, to save the soul of her deceased lover Dillion, whose head she carries around with her in hopes of using it as a vessel for his soul. Yes, it's pretty messed up right off the bat, but at that it's supposed to be. After all, it is a psychological horror. Now let's talk a little about the story and the atmosphere in general. At the heart of Hellblade lies a deeply emotional narrative that delves into the complexities of mental illness, trauma, and personal struggle. Senua's journey is a haunting exploration of her inner demons and the blurred lines between reality and hallucinations. In fact, throughout the whole game, you are put in the mind of someone suffering from psychosis, so you hear voices in Senua's head guiding her or trying to undermine her on her journey, and it's kinda surreal not only in its storytelling but also in its execution, as the voices are so well panned and find their space in your head very well, making it feel like they're indeed in your head, especially when using headphones.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching the head. They're watching.
And the game at the very beginning actually lets you know that it's best played with headphones for the full auditory experience. So as a player, you guide Senua through the dark and foreboding landscapes of Helheim, being immersed in a world of atmospheric beauty and psychological horror, where every step forward brings Senua closer to her own destination. Now let's talk about the gameplay and combat. And this is something I actually really enjoyed, even though the combat is pretty straightforward. There's not much dancing to it. Basically, you just have buttons to slash and dodge, and the main focus is always on one enemy, so you are locked on one at all times with the ability to switch your targets. And from what I've heard, that's what they're aiming for in the upcoming game with quite a few improvements. It actually makes you feel in control of your character to the fullest. You sort of become the sword you brandish. And of course, it adds a certain element of challenge to it, as you have to skillfully time your attacks and dodges. On top of that, the gameplay offers a blend of exploration and puzzle solving. Players must navigate through eerie environments and solve intricate puzzles that reflect Senua's inner turmoil. I think the game's minimalistic HUD and immersive sound design heighten the sense of tension and immersion to the point where you can simply watch it and still feel like you're playing the game. And as I was streaming it, one of the viewers actually noted that it just feels super immersive and tense, especially in tightly packed combat situations. It's a huge plus for the game, and I can't even imagine how much more of an improvement the second part is going to be on that. Now let's talk about the audio-visual presentation. I already touched on it a bit in the intro, but visually it's just stunning, and honestly, as I was replaying it, I realized that I can only think of very few games as beautifully looking, or rather, I don't want to use the term realistic, but realistically detailed looking as this game, and bear in mind it is from 2017, so just imagine what the second part is going to feel like. Hellblade simply captivates players with its breathtaking environments and meticulous attention to detail, especially facial features. From the haunting beauty of Senua's visions to the dark and foreboding landscapes of the underworld, each scene is rendered with stunning realism and atmospheric depth. Then complementing the visuals is a beautifully done atmospheric soundtrack and audio design, which enhances the game's emotional impact and immerses players in its world of darkness and despair. So the verdict is, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is a beautiful game and a must-play for fans of the genre. It's definitely a one-of-a-kind video game experience that pushes the boundaries of storytelling with its gripping narrative, innovative gameplay, and stunning audio-visual presentation. exploration. The only downside is the fact that it's relatively short. I beat the game in under 8 hours on my first playthrough and in about 5 hours on my second one. So if you're looking for a short but deeply immersive and thought-provoking gaming experience, look no further than Hellblade, for it offers an unforgettable journey into the depths of the human psyche. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed this review and would like to see more videos like this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, stay strong, see you on the next one.